Hello, hello. Welcome back yet again to another edition of the Have You Seen podcast, episode 3, 2024. But trying to get this thing rolling on the back half of the year. It is a big departure from what we did in the last two. We had Maxine, we had Long Legs. It's still a lot of blood going on in this one, but going to the Marvel Universe. Deadpool and Wolverine are welcomed into the MCU. A lot of people looked at this as a potential way to get the MCU back on track as far as having those blockbuster successes. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, R-rated. Like it was going to be an event one way or another. But did it accomplish the goal of reawakening the MCU? We'll see. Today, I got Reese back with me yet again at MFR25 on Twitter. I got Shad back for the first time in 2024. Another frequent collaborator. We had Tyler on here last time at the Uncool Urban on the socials. Welcome back, fellas.
Good to be back. It's right back where we left off. I come back for the first episode back, and now I'm back again already. So it's like I ain't even missed a step.
Pretty much. Shad?
Man, I'm glad there's another Marvel movie. I love these. These are my favorite ones because the comic book nerd in me, I always got to let y'all know that, some opinions are valid, some are not. I'm going to let you know which ones are invalid for sure.
We definitely got to get into some of the social media talk around this movie because it's been getting on my nerves, and I'm not even that big of a comic book person, but it's getting real annoying. I don't know how much we can really get into in the non-spoiler section, so we'll probably save most of that for the spoiler section. But on the front end of the podcast, like we said, Deadpool and Wolverine was a major event. This is the first time these two characters are official part of the MCU. Before we get into the conversation, anybody want to take a crack at a 15-second elevator review? You want another shot at this, Reese?
I've been waiting.
All right, let me pull the stopwatch up. Are you ready?
When can I go?
Let me know when you're ready. Whenever you start talking is when I'll hit the button.
Okay. Deadpool and Wolverine is an MCU event level comedy that does not necessarily save the MCU, but does pay homage to characters of the past from Marvel. Oh shit! I thought you were saying stop.
Oh damn! keep going.
Pays homage to characters from the past from Marvel and does justice in bringing Deadpool and Wolverine into the MCU.
Okay, I think you would have got it. I think you would have got it at the 15-second mark. I don't think there's anything else I really need to say. I think you covered it as far as just a quick non-spoiler, whether or not it was good, et cetera, and so forth type situation. You covered the fact that it did bring Deadpool and Wolverine into the MCU in a big way. What expectations did you have coming into this movie?
I learned from Multiverse of Madness to try not to have too big expectations with these multiverse movies. But considering it's Deadpool and the standard that the first two Deadpool movies have set for R-rated superhero films, for R-rated comedies, MCU taking this up in a period where they are not at their best, I did have some high expectations. And for what my expectations were, this movie hit them as far as making sure they get the feel of Deadpool correct, doing right by Wolverine, doing right by Ryan Reynolds in this character, doing right by other characters in this movie, keeping the same spirit of the first two Deadpool movies, not going too light. In that aspect, it met my expectations. Okay.
Shad, yourself, your expectations?
Okay, for my 15 seconds, this is going to
be... It don't got to be 15 seconds.
It's going to be real easy. It's going to be real easy. So, I'm glad that Marvel Studios gave 20th Century Fox their proper quote unquote burial to meshing the two. It was actually great to see that. And also, that's the reason I said all I need is 15 seconds for this part. What you think don't make sense makes perfect sense if you know. And that's my synopsis of that. We will talk about it later on, but what you think doesn't make sense makes mad sense.
So coming into this, would you say you had high expectations and they were met?
Oh, very much so, because once I heard that the same liberties that the Deadpool franchise had were going to be had for Marvel Studios, oh, I already knew it was going to be a good one. And then the fact that, again, like I said, they were laying to rest the 21st Century Fox franchises and bringing them over to Marvel Studios, I was excited, 100%.
As y'all know, I do not watch trailers or anything of that nature. I did know, obviously, it was going to be Deadpool, it was going to be Wolverine. I did hear about at least one of the cameos prior, not cameo. I guess it was like a minor role, one of the minor characters that was going to be in this movie before I went into the movie. But other than that, I really didn't know a ton about the film. And so expectations wise, when the movie was first announced, I was curious how bad Marvel was going to step in it in the Deadpool formula, or if they were going to let Ryan Reynolds cook and let his team cook and do what they do. And I feel like they did. I think if I had to grade it on a scale of 1 to 10 with regard to the level of cookingness that they did versus the level of Marvel stepping into it, I would say 9 on the cook, 1 on the Marvel. And I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at it at all. They actually let them go further than I expected them to go. And I don't know. I can't say the MCU is back, but there are some things I want to say. And one of them is that this movie, like the Low-Key series, does a great job of using the multiverse thing and not making it seem super serious, I guess. Like they have fun with it, which is what you need to be doing as a comic book property, not trying to make it all serious and da 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 da. Like this was a fun way to play with the idea of variance and go into different universes and things like that. The rules I think are pretty established at this point, and I hope that they don't undo this in future movies, but we'll see. We'll see.
When you say you hope they don't undo this in future movies, undo what exactly?
Hope they don't go back to the whole Kang saga, right? So I think at this point we can establish that the Kang saga is pretty much whatever. Like they're not focusing on that idea, that storyline as much.
I saw a report on Twitter earlier that said Kang's story will be wrapped up in Doomsday.
I'm curious how that's going to play out, but they're not focusing on Kang himself.
Right.
And the fact that they tried to make Kang this super serious thing, and it worked at some points and it didn't at others. And people basically just kind of checked out of the idea of what Kang was trying to do. Honestly, I think between Low-Key and this movie, I'm at peace with the multiverse idea. I see a way for them to conclude it. We could talk about that in the spoiler section too. And I don't know. I think that they have to continue to have fun with the multiverse and then eventually get away from it, because I don't think it works on a long-term basis.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
In a serious way, I mean. On a jokey way, it can be fun, but in a serious way, I don't think you need to drag it out much longer.
But what do you not want them to undo from Deadpool and Wolverine? Is what I was.
I don't want them. I want them to continue to have fun with it. I don't want them to go back to just being serious about them.
Yeah, no,
like every single time you jump into another universe, it can't be life-altering stakes. Like you play with it, but don't make it like, oh, this is the end of all time if you hop to another timeline again.
Well, technically, they already established that in Doctor Strange.
Did they?
If you go to another universe for too long, what's the fucking word?
They said it in Low-Key a lot. I can't remember.
Shawn, help me out. Do you know what I'm
I
referring
do
to?
not remember the word, but I know what you're talking about. But
Yeah,
yes, basically, I
the
mean,
universe will start like
it's a tale as old as time. They've done it in TV shows. They do it in
yeah,
movies all the time. If you're in the world too long, it will alter every single world for eternity. Like
and that
literally
world
everything.
that you're
Yeah.
in will start crumbling and like
And so in this movie, they don't talk about that at all. There's a very strong scenario that they played out that should have that type of implication, but they don't talk.
Oh, that's because when we get to the spoiler part, we could talk about why that is.
Okay, we'll get into that.
Because yeah, there's a reason that it wasn't talked about. It made sense why that wasn't talked about.
I'm about to say, I think they kind of like explained something without necessarily explaining it, but like you said, we'll get to it in spoilers.
Yeah, we'll get into it. I feel like there is one way that it could make sense as far as not bringing it back, but the fact that I don't have to hear of this potential even is fun for me because I can just it happened and I can move on with my life.
Also, let me
ahead.
go ahead and say this one thing. For the Kang Dynasty story, remember, after everything that happened, allegedly he was supposed to get replaced.
He still can technically.
And I'm like, he still can. I don't that's why I said we'll wait for the spoiler part, but I'm just gonna talk about this one guy. That one guy, come on, y'all. I mean, as much as I loved Jonathan Majors as Kang, he who shall remains. Matter of fact, I got the Funko around here somewhere. I know I do. Loved him. But I mean, with his range, if you saw Creed 3, you know what I'm talking about. You can replace that man.
No, for sure. I think there's many ways you can go with that. They already showed that all of the variants don't look like Jonathan Majors. So again, you can get real creative with.
All them motherfuckers look like Jonathan Majors.
No, they didn't. The
In
little
that Coliseum,
the crocodile face dude look like Jonathan.
it was Jonathan Majors with a crocodile face. All of them looks like Jonathan Majors. Now, here's the thing. They recasted Terrence Howard and the Don Cheadle like that. They recasted Edward Norton and the Mark Ruffalo like that.
I knew I did.
We
I knew
ain't
I
got
had
to
him.
have John. Bring in Coleman Domingo.
At this point, you could.
No, they're censoring out your Funko. It must be obscene or something.
There you go.
It's Jonathan Majors.
There you go. Yeah, they blurring out Jonathan Majors' face right there. As you can see, he's right there.
Oh, that's funny. Dang, how much can we even talk about in the non-spoiler section? Let's talk about it like
it's almost impossible to talk about this movie.
All right, I think I got away. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny was the movie?
For me, it was definitely like a 9.
For me, it's an 8 or a 7.
Okay, I was leading 7, 8 as well. I'm gonna go with the 8. I definitely
for me it's 8.5, 9.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the 8
it was very
because
funny.
some of the timing was like perfect.
Oh no! I hit you with this. I know what you're talking about. When he tried to include Hugh in the stuff, I was like,
Oh, okay. I thought you was about to go into spoilers.
No. When he was trying to include Hugh into some of the jokes, I'm like, oh, okay.
Some of the timing was
some of the time was off. I was like, y'all.
But some of the time was really good. Like some of the jokes that landed really landed. That's why I'll give it like.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun movie, and I know Reese, you had a weird audience in your screening. So, Shad, how was the audience at yours?
Oh no, we were laughing. Oh, for sure. Remember, I was like in if y'all know, you know, from the listeners, the local listeners. I was in Lancaster, DeSoto. So black folks was laughing. We had a good time. but back to what I was trying to say. But yeah, it was, if you expected Abbott and Costello, you're gonna be highly disappointed for some of the jokes.
Definitely they brought Marvel to the R-rated level in a real way. Let's talk about the action, fights, the amount of action, et cetera, and so forth. Scale of 1 to 10, how pleased are we with the fight situation?
10.
Said 10?
Big 10.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
I can't wait to get to spoil the section because
I'm gonna go 9.
Yeah.
I thought it gave me a lot more story than I was prepared for. I thought it was gonna be more action than story. The balance was gonna be a little bit heavier. But they definitely went all out with the action, so I can't complain about the quality of it. It just was a lot more story and a lot more setup to get to the story than I expected. Like the time that he spent dealing with is this, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. The TVA, is that spoiler?
It's in the trailer.
It's in
Okay.
the trailer.
The time he spent dealing with the TVA was a lot more than I expected. And that was obviously not super action packed.
Again, like I said, when we get to the spoiler section, yeah, it made sense.
In a Marvel tier, is this gonna rank for anybody in a like top 10 Marvel?
It won't even be in my top 15.
Top 25?
Top 25. I mean, I mean, it's like 30 Marvel films. Top 15, though.
It's like 40 of those days. It is. I don't even know how many it is. All right, top 15. You said no.
No.
I haven't seen a single person talking about putting it on their list. But most people I'm seeing have fun with it, and that's, I think, the goal. Of the fun Marvel movies, we talking about Ragnarok, stuff like that. Like, is it in that class? Is it? Would you compare it to those type of movies?
I don't think it's better than Ragnarok.
It's not.
Ant-Man?
It's not better than Guardians 1, 3, 2.
Okay, so it's
I'll
in
put
that.
it over 2. I'll put it over 2.
Okay,
It's not better than Ant-Man, in my opinion.
It ain't better than none of the Ant-Man.
It's better than Ant-Man 2. That shit sucks. And it's better than Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yeah, because you and me have already said Ant-Man and the Wasp.
and I think everybody hated Quantumania, so we're not even going to honor that.
Yeah, it's better than Quantumania.
We're not even going to honor that with a thought.
Is the Marvels considered a fun movie?
In a way.
It shouldn't have been, but yes, I will put it in that class.
It's better than that shit.
I think the thing that makes me mad about that is that it had so much potential.
I think that's all for like the fun movies, quote unquote.
But Deadpool, you're never gonna put any of the Deadpools like in your top like 15 or 10. I mean, you're being real fun. You're being real weird when you do that. It's like that's not the
if we talk about the first Deadpool, if the first Deadpool was an MCU film, it's in my top 15.
I would put it in my top 20 for sure.
Let me see. I'm trying to see.
No, I just don't mess with them Fox films like that. Because you know I hated the New Mutants. You know I hated that movie.
I didn't even see New Mutants, but Fox got some good movies.
It was.
Is Shang-Chi a fun movie? Nah, I think it's Eternal damn sure enough wasn't. None of the Spider-Man fall into the fun realm.
I mean, if you're being honest, you could damn near just call all the MC. Most of them are fun technically, but
some of that stuff is
like what is that considered? Are we talking about like comedies?
Yeah, I'm talking about the ones that lean heavily into the comedy.
Okay, that's like Ant-Man, Guardians, and
the last two
Thor: Love and Thunder. Not better than Deadpool.
Okay. There's a ton of movies. I just pulled up the list real quick just to see if I missed something. But yeah, it's a ton of stuff out here. This is crazy. So where are we at? We're at Deadpool and Wolverine. The next movie is Captain America in February next year. And then Phase 5 concludes with the Thunderbolts in May of next year. All right, last thing before we get to these spoilers, because I feel
Phase 4 concluded with Wakanda Forever. No, yeah,
yes,
Wakanda.
That's right. Wakanda Forever was the last.
Wakanda.
Phase 5 has been rough, to say the least. Before we get into the spoilers, last thing, what about the story itself in this movie? Scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna go with an 8. Honestly, 7 or 8. I enjoyed a lot of the story. I can't get into why yet, but there's a lot of things in this story that I enjoyed. Actually, I'm gonna stick with a 7 because, like I said, the beginning with the TVA did drag a little bit for me.
I'll give it a 7.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5, 8. Again, when we get to spoilers, I'll say why. Because I'll leave it at that.
It's a 7 for me.
Okay. All right, let's get into these spoilers because we spent enough time dancing around them. I don't even know how do I want to start this. Bear with me. I got my list here that I want to look at. I guess this isn't really spoilers, but let's get into some of the cast. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Emma Corrin, Matthew Macfadyen. That's the ones I know aren't spoilers. Then you have John Favreau, Morena Baccarin, Rob Delaney, Leslie Uggams as other additional cast members that I want to mention. If you would like, I can go through other people that made appearances that matter, and I can actually list every single character that appears in this movie.
I mean, we can do that. We talk about the cameos. Like
that's what I'm saying.
When we talk about the cameos, we be like, who did we miss? And then you go through the list.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to do like listen to who y'all mentioned.
I'm already smiling because there was one cameo. It just it was the best thing. It almost made the movie a 10. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, spoiler conversation. I don't know where to start. Let's start with the story itself. Let's start there. I think that's the meat for me. Pause. And so the story basically is Deadpool. It's basically Deadpool entering the MCU, like literally entering the MCU timeline. In his universe is going to implode, and it's because Logan died. In Logan, Wolverine died, and so his universe is going to implode. Literally a metaphor for the Fox era of Marvel movies ending with Logan. Like they literally just made that a thing, and so Deadpool wants to go dig him up.
Technically, it didn't.
What came out? Are we talking about New Mutants right now?
Nah, Dark Phoenix came out after Logan.
I was about to say Dark Phoenix was the last one.
Did anybody enjoy either of those movies?
Dark Phoenix is one of the worst comic book films I've seen in my life.
That would look. There's a lot of those Fox Marvel collabs that made me mad. That was the one that made me mad.
Actually, that's probably the worst X-Men film I've ever watched.
Damn,
that made me mad.
So again, with after Logan, it was all downhill from there.
It's worse than X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Is it worse than New Mutants?
I didn't see New Mutants.
New Mutants was don't.
I saw New Mutants. I saw New Mutants. What's her name? What's the girl you like, Reese?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy as.
Because when the fuck do I like Anya Taylor-Joy?
That's what I was wondering. I was like, do you?
You don't mess with Anya Taylor-Joy?
I'm just saying, like, she cool, but you said it like, who's the girl? Like, I don't even rock.
Who's baby girl?
Like,
you ain't mess with her in the menu?
I barely liked the menu.
So I was looking like
point got across.
I'm just saying we've never had a conversation where I'm like, Anya Taylor-Joy, she wanted them. Like, no,
she wanted them once.
I never said that.
Actress extraordinaire.
Only reason I said her name because I know she's like the main one in the movie, and I
accomplished my mission. Whether or not it made sense,
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. But Anya Taylor-Joy as Magic was dope. Other than that,
the rest of the movie,
is very forgettable. Glad we didn't get Wade Smith to Sinister in that. Now, with that established, the movie goes
at the beginning.
Goes through Deadpool trying to find a Wolverine to bring back to his universe to save his universe, keep his universe from imploding. That's where the cameos kind of start. A lot of comic book references, a lot of this is a fan service movie at the end of the day.
This is a comic book movie.
This is a huge comic book fan service movie.
And when I knew like, this every single Wolverine. I knew every single. I was on and on like, oh, that's the one from the comic book. That's the one from that comic book. That's the cartoon one, especially like the short one. I was like, that's cartoon one.
The short one was hilarious.
The short one was hilarious because it's like, can y'all stop complaining now about not having short Wolverine? That shit won't work.
Because I was like, y'all wanted the 92 one from the cartoon? I said, now, because if you know the real height of Wolverine, you want some 4'8" dude.
I wanted
around with some little claws.
I wanted Dano from Hawaii 5-0. I wanted him to get that Wolverine spot. There's another actor I know too that's short that could probably pull it
You know
off.
who I want to play Wolverine? Your boy from the Bear.
He got the physicality. I saw.
Ooh.
I
Now you
saw.
ain't talking about Maddie Matheson. What
I
you
saw
talking about?
The one that played in Shameless.
What was the rest of the movie?
The Iron Claw.
Iron Claw. I saw that. I saw that when I was in Florida. So yeah, he got the physicality and the acting chops.
Oh, you talking about Jeremy? What's his name?
Jeremy Allen White. That's his name.
Yeah.
And he's short. So.
Lord Gene Wilder.
Man, who I forgot which Von Erich he's supposed to be.
He was Carrie.
He was Carrie, and I was pissed. You know why?
Carrie's not fucking short.
Because Carrie's not short. He was swole out of his mind. That's another movie, y'all. Let's keep going.
I don't even know really. From there, things get interesting. He ends up getting what's the thing called? Prune. He ends up getting pruned from the time.
Fuck that. We can't go through that sequence and not talk about Henry fucking Cavill.
You want to list them? Go ahead.
I thought we wasn't listing the cameos. But when we talk about that
sequence, we talk about that scene. You got to talk about literally
the
how every single one wasn't Hugh Jackman.
The Cavalry Wolverine variant popped out. Henry Cavill swole for no reason.
Hey, bro.
With claws.
Why was he that fucking jacked, bro? He was so big, he looked short because his body.
He did. He was stocky, bro. He was stocky.
I didn't recognize him.
I was like, who is this stocky dude
all right,
right
they only
here?
showing him from the back. Who is this? And he said, from the side, you look like him. I said, get the fuck out of here. Henry Cavill.
I was like, that don't look like Hugh Jackman. What's about to happen? And then it was not Hugh Jackman.
It was Hugh Jackman. It was Huge Jackman.
Jackman Hugh, if you will.
So yeah, he goes through all the universes. He runs into all these different versions of Wolverine. He's trying to find a good one, and he runs into the one that ends up being with him for the rest of the movie. Depressed Wolverine, I guess is what I'm gonna call him. Basically, Wolverine who got all the rest of the X-Men killed in his universe. Which, going back to the conversation we had earlier about not messing up the timelines, I guess in that timeline, that event has already occurred, and Wolverine is irrelevant. So taking him out of that timeline didn't change anything, I guess.
Well, it's not like Wolverine is the anchor being for every timeline.
Right. So he's not an anchor being at this point for that timeline. In fact, he's so irrelevant, nobody even cares that he's kind of there at the bar getting wasted.
But that's why, like I said, when we get to the spoiler section, I can actually say this now. For the reason I gave the story 8 out of 10, because it was a good redemption story. It's a very good redemption story for this.
I just want to say something.
Go ahead.
It was a good redemption story. I understand his backstory and all that. But like, if niggas rolled up into the X Mansion, like some humans, like whatever they did, right? They never explained how they killed them. What happened?
They did not.
Whoever rolled up into the X Mansion and killed all the X-Men, Wolverine wasn't gonna make a difference.
Nah, for real.
Like, bro, if you rolled up in the X-Mansion and killed Storm, Charles Xavier,
no, I'm gonna say once you got past Professor X, everybody was pretty much easy game.
You killed Storm, Jean. First of all, I'm gonna look in the camera when I say this, even though this is an audio podcast. I understand people love Wolverine. They are Omega level mutants living in that fucking house. I promise. I know he was drunk. He feel bad. Bro, you wasn't going to make a difference. You probably would have been with him, to be honest.
But that's the point. Like that's survivor's guilt. Like, dang, I should have went out.
That's what I'm saying. That's pretty much all it is.
You're damn near indestructible. You probably would have lived anyway. Like,
they would have
make a difference, bro. Like, did they
get the emotional scars?
They would have had him in a blender or something.
Oh, did you talk about Magneto?
Did they get Magneto too? Like,
remember what happened. Remember what was said.
No, that's different.
See,
that's a different
universe. But see, you asked, and look. Somebody got.
Now, if it was some X-Men Days of Future Past shit, I understand. Because I still have nightmares of watching those Sentinels kill the X-Men in Days of Future Past. Like, they ripped Colossus apart, bro.
If you been doing that good in the last cartoons.
What was the X-Men 97?
97 in the original.
So what if they brought in that blaster that took away your powers or whatever? Like, it could have been that type of situation too.
Then why they ain't go to the bar and get his ass?
I guess they didn't think once he came back.
I don't even know if he was in like the Dakotas or he was in Canada. I don't even know where he was.
It's a nitpick. That's all. It's not a big thing. It's just while I was watching the movie, I'm like, what fucking difference would you have made? Like,
that's so disrespectful.
That's like, no, for real. It's like, you about to go to the club, you late, you heard he got shot up, and then you pull up. You're not gonna be like, man, I wish I was here. What would you have done if you were there?
If all your homies got shot, you might feel like that.
But yeah, you're gonna have survivor's guilt.
It's like when you in the
man, if I was here, it would have been different.
When you watch movies and somebody's like, damn it, I could have done something. And it's like, no, you couldn't have.
Like, Reese, I'm looking at you like,
it's the power of friendship.
Look, you're like, oh man,
anime man.
I could have pulled the master tool out and just saved everyone.
Like, what are you gonna do? I don't know, man.
He might have got to another level at that moment.
I think that's explicitly why they decided not to explain exactly what happened, because they know there's nothing he could do.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen though. They're gonna look when the X-Men movies start rolling out. Then they're gonna explain, and it's gonna be years and years later. We're gonna be like,
they never gonna explain that shit.
I'm about to say, I don't think they're coming back to this movie at all. In a real,
but I hope they do.
So
if we don't get any X-Men movies, I'm gonna be kind of pissed.
Be referenced in a serious way ever.
When they in the beginning fight, when Deadpool is fighting the TVA dudes and he's going to dig up Logan's grave, and did y'all expect Wolverine to be down there?
Oh, I knew he was gonna be down there.
Alive?
I mean, alive.
No. I knew.
Okay, so
you saw the end of Logan. You knew that was it.
Let's talk about that fight sequence, because he said he was not going to use his weapons on them, and he did not. Thoughts, feelings, watching that sequence.
I have thoughts and feelings.
Please.
I damn near broke out into dance watching that motherfucking thing. And I fucking love Bye. I love it.
He was hitting the moves. He was hitting
the moves, bro. Like, I saw on social media that wasn't Ryan Reynolds, obviously.
I was gonna ask if it was him or not.
Yeah, it wasn't Ryan Reynolds. I saw who it was. Hey, bro, you killed that shit, bro. Like,
it was like a dancer.
I thought he was about to break his neck. Like,
was it a real dancer?
Huh?
Was it a real dancer?
It was a real dancer. Yeah. Oh. Fighting with the adamantium skeleton while Bye is playing is
then the breakout in the middle of a dance sequence in the middle of the fight.
It made no sense that he was able to unleash the claws, but hey, it's a comic.
Yeah, that's what I said too. He literally put them on his hands and then he extended them. And I said, how did you do
did
that?
It like it's a goddamn Wolverine toy. You remember the toys with the
he wrapped them on his wrist with something. And but it was funny when he couldn't use them cleanly. And was like, dang, this stuff kind of hard for
him to do that.
And he was just going back and forth. Yeah.
He had him up the other guy front, and the dude was like, what? Like, just finish.
He said, why are you doing this? Make it stop.
So imagine, I ain't going to say it. Never mind.
Bro was like, please just kill me.
I'm going to say it. He got 3 claws. Imagine, it's 2 claws in each butt cheek, and the other claw is, straight up in your asshole, bro.
No, because that's literally what happened, because he was like... It's in there. It's in the stop.
He's like, hey, bro, just kill me, man. Like, this ain't
straight up. Cut my head off or something, bro.
It's over. Take me out the game, coach. Oh man. But anyway, so he gets pruned and he ends up in the land that we met in Loki. Did they change any rules from Loki during the sequence? Everything was above board from what you saw?
No, it was. And the reason I say it was That's why he made that cheeky reference to Loki when they were talking about I forgot who they mentioned.
Alliance.
But and he was like from season 1, episode 5.
That was fun. And again, is it one of those situations? I think everybody here watched Loki. That do you think that sequence made sense to anybody who did not watch Loki?
I feel bad if you didn't watch Loki.
Say that again.
I think they explained enough to where it makes sense.
So we mentioned Elias. Down here, they got to get back to a regular timeline. We watched Loki go through this whole process of trying to get out of there. They meet I guess we will call this the big bad.
Yeah.
What is her name? Cassandra Nova?
Yes.
And the way that they get out, do you want to go through some cameos at this point or not?
Nah, just finish the story stuff.
Right. So what the way that they get out is she uses a sling ring, right?
Yeah. What you about to?
What am I missing?
What you mean?
Between the time that they get down there and the time that she uses the sling ring to get them out, what am I missing?
A whole lot.
It's
just it's not like serious plot stuff. So I mean, like, you can't. If we're skipping the cameos, you're gonna skip a lot of stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's start when they first get in the void. Who they
and I don't necessarily want to go in chronological order either. I'm just trying to hit the major.
Yeah, we don't have to go like just finish the story.
But definitely go start at the beginning of the void, and then we'll just go into the cameos.
No, it's just like you can finish the story stuff, then go into the cameos. It's just they meet her, they escape, then they find their way back
to the TVA.
They realize she's the only one that can get them out. She uses the sling ring. They go back to
his timeline, right?
Deadpool's timeline. And that's where they have to stop the TVA machine.
Then the TVA dude is like, basically, like, I'm still shutting this shit down. What is his name? Mr. Paradox?
Yeah.
Yes.
So at this point, they realize they have to stop Mr. Paradox.
Cassandra Nova came to take over the machine, and he said
she realized what it was for.
Because she's trying to destroy all of the universes.
Yes. So she followed him, right?
Yeah. After she found out that the TVA was screwing her over.
From Pyro.
Yes. Which is not a spoiler. He's in the trailer.
I was wondering about that until
section, but yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering from that until I saw a trailer after I watched the movie. I was like, okay, Pyro is in. We're in the spoiler section, but yeah, like you said,
it's not like
So Pyro let her know what was going on, and so then she comes. She comes and she brings 1,000 Deadpools. The Deadpool.
How she think Pyro was horrible. It was a horrible way to thank somebody.
The Deadpools fight.
Didn't care for it.
You said it did not hit for you?
Did not hit for me.
I thought, like, I was enjoying some of it, but then I was like, ain't they all just about to come back?
That's what I was about to say. Like, with Nice Pool, I was like, okay, like I already knew what was about to happen. I already knew because he wanted that dog and he wanted the gold. He wanted the gold guns. I knew it was about to happen. But when they went through all of the Deadpools, I was like, you big goof, aren't they gonna all regenerate? He literally said it right after he was done. He was like, oh, they're gonna all regenerate. I was like, well, duh. They're all just different versions of you, bro.
The first fight, the fight I skipped, Wolverine versus Deadpool.
Oh, in the Honda Odyssey.
No, the very first one.
No. Was it a Kia or was it the Honda Odyssey?
The first fight he's talking about is when they first got to the void.
Okay, yeah.
I was talking about the one in the van.
Oh, you was talking about
that was the Honda Odyssey. That was the one in the Honda Odyssey. That's when that's after they met Nice Pool and he let them have the car.
So before the fight, Wolverine has this emotional outburst where he violates everything in Deadpool's soul. You said you don't remember?
I said I love
he.
Oh, yeah, he went
You
in.
know what? You know what? That kind of. I don't know why, but it hurt my feelings. I was like,
it hurt my feelings.
dang, bro.
He went in to the point where Deadpool didn't even have nothing to say.
When they like showed
He literally looked at him. He said, "You don't have any jokes now, do you?" He's like,
it looked like he was crying under his mask. That's how sad he
for
was.
real.
I think what really like drove it home was when he violated his woman like that.
Yes, bro. When
He called her a stripper.
Repair a relationship with a goddamn stripper. I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Like, she ain't deserve
it.
Women too.
Again, Wade looked at him like, I gotta kill you.
I met some cool ass strippers in Vegas, bro. They cool.
That's what hit home for you. Hit home.
No. What the fuck?
Like what?
See, why you do Reese like that, bro? You said you've been there. You been what? You were Wade at one point.
But he was like, all right. So one of the tweets I saw, I wanted to address some of these tweets. One of the tweets I saw, said that scene was undercut by a joke and it ruined everything for them with that scene. What movie were these people watching? Like, it was a post that has like a ton of responses and stuff. Like, what movie were these people watching?
What joke?
What joke?
I guess when Deadpool says, "I gotta fight you now," that's supposed to like ruin the.
I mean, because how else are you supposed to react?
Right? What is he?
Literally was like, I gotta kill you. Like, that's literally what they looked at her like. I gotta kill you now.
Did they want him to like cry and like reflect on his life?
Like just jump out the minivan and run down into the field. Like what?
Y'all realize y'all went to watch a comedy, right?
Logan, you animal, and then he runs away. Like, what did you want, bro?
It's a bloody comedy, like
that. What was it supposed to be like? That scene in Family Guy when he's like, "Yeah, that's right, rag on me, I did it. I'm an easy target."
And then he's just like pouting in the driver's seat, like, and then we just sit there for like 5 minutes, wondering what's gonna happen next.
Listen to some sad song, like what? That's what y'all wanted. So most of these comments that are going viral, these people reacting to, they can't be comic book fans, they can't be Deadpool fans. Like it's just annoying stuff. The other thing that they said was, by bringing Wolverine back, like you ruined, I guess, Logan. Like you diminished the importance of the movie Logan. And there was
Reese. Go ahead and say what you said, bro. Go ahead and say what you said on Twitter, dog.
Like you didn't watch the movie.
Right.
People who say that, it's almost like you didn't watch the movie. It's not even the same fucking Logan. They go out of their way to show you. It's not the same Logan.
See, and that's why I said, Reese, go ahead and say what you said on
Here's
Twitter.
the thing. It's not even as simple beyond that, right? It's not the same Wolverine at all. They go out of their way to establish that Wolverine was so important that their universe is collapsing without him.
And let me tell you what's nasty.
Did he mute himself to talk?
You could tell that wasn't my bad.
I thought it was on purpose. You were like, let me tell you what happened.
Let me tell you how you knew that wasn't the same Logan. Did you not watch the first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie? That was the Logan you wanted. That was him. That was the Logan.
Could that person have been saying they disrespected him by digging him up like that?
That was
they were talking about this whole arc of like them finding that Logan. That's what they were talking about. They were crying over that.
Please explain.
Because remember, they showed the picture of him, and then they showed the picture of like the axe where the burial site was, and that was the complaint. And I was like, that Logan is not that Logan. So what? So how is that disrespecting that?
If that's what they meant, how does digging up his dead corpse erase his sacrifice? He's clearly been fucking sacrificed already.
Again, they went out of their way to credit that movie,
and it was crying. And the crying, the man told you at the beginning what he was about to do. He said, "If you're not gonna like what I'm about to do with this corpse," he warned you. That's what he's gonna do.
if anything, like I said, they went out of their way to credit that movie and make sure that it had its weight. They could have just brought a Wolverine in and said this is Wolverine from a different universe, but they went back to say no. This Wolverine dying was a big event that was very important. I'm trying to figure out.
We could slowly go into.
I'm trying to find
some of the cameos. Well, one cameo that literally told him that to his face.
I'm trying to find the tweet from Reese because I feel like there was another movie they said was ruined. No, it was just the Logan one. It's different shots from Logan. Okay. I thought I saw another one that people were mad about being erased. But let's talk about it. We're on the idea of erasing the history. So in this movie, there are multiple big cameos. And not even cameo. You can say some of them are more than cameos.
Yeah, 4 of them are like
real parts of
this movie.
Yeah, they're a real plot point.
4 or 5 of them, actually.
A couple of them basically said they wanted their ending. They want a proper ending because they didn't necessarily get that in previous movies. So,
but no, like back to what you were saying about like Logan. That's why I said now we can do one of the cameos. X-23 literally looked that man in the eye and told him that.
Right.
X-23 was like, you did a good thing here.
There's a whole scene. Yeah.
Yeah, where he literally looks him in the face. Yes, he was like, huh? And he was like, she's like, you did something that the Logan that people are crying about on Twitter would have done.
Right. Like she has to give him a pep talk by telling him about the other Logan. They spent a lot of screen time crediting that movie that they didn't have to do at all. And so for somebody to be on Twitter talking about they erased that movie somehow, it's stupid. And they're getting clowned, rightfully so. Or they're getting people that don't watch these movies and don't actually care that are backing them up on this type of thing. What I'm seeing is a lot of movie watchers who aren't comic book people. Like you want, they're looking at it like you went and undid Saving Private Ryan or something like that. Like,
I don't even think it's that they're not comic book people. I just think they lack common sense and they want to be upset about something.
Okay, we can.
No, you ain't lying. You are not lying.
Were you glad to see X-23?
Yeah, even though it was spoiled. Like, remember when I tagged you in that tweet and I said I'm not going to watch the trailer? They put her in the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer and I still found out because they announced it.
I think I saw a picture of her. I saw a picture.
They announced that she was in the movie because she wanted to go to the premiere, the red carpet.
Dang.
And
they could have brought her to the premiere without doing that.
Exactly. Like nobody would have said, "Oh, is she in the movie?" Like she's there. Hugh Jackman's there. It's just
it makes sense. Yeah.
They invite random Disney people all the time. Nobody would have thought nothing of that at all. But yeah, that was the one I had.
But yeah, my boy did the same thing. He told me, bro, if you want to save yourself anything, don't go on Reddit, don't go on TikTok, don't look at the trailer. He said, if you want to save yourself, because you will get mad. And I said, Reese, if I seen that, yeah, I probably would have waited another week. I wouldn't have went through opening weekend.
I think yeah, like I said, that was the only one that got spoiled for me. And I was mad because that would have been dope to have seen organically. But the big three is what I called it when we were doing the review yesterday. I'm gonna go back. We're not doing a chronological order thing.
Okay, all right. Cool.
That's how we end up talking for 2 hours.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The big three come in, and it's Jennifer Garner as Elektra.
Oh, good for her. Go to the next one.
I don't even know if I saw those movies. I'm gonna keep it 1,000,000%.
I did. Go to the next one.
That was still. I was still in my.
No. Go to the next one.
I saw Daredevil. That's it.
I was still in my Baller's Life era.
Good for Elektra. Who the next guy?
Now hold up. The fiance reacted on Elektra immediately and like broke it down.
She did.
But she was rocking with Jennifer Garner.
She reacted to Jennifer Garner. She did not react to Elektra.
Alias.
You said it was Elektra. I was like,
Alias.
She knew. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
One of the
that's what I
five
said.
people in the world that reacted to
I was just like, oh, it's electric. And then I was like,
what
okay,
I
whatever.
said? I was like, wow, Jennifer Garner still looks really good.
Me too. I was surprised. I all right, Shad.
That's the woman that be on Captain Marvel commercial.
Who next?
All right.
Go ahead. You got it.
Oh my God. I love this part. I think I was the only person that screamed in the movie theater, and all the black people like came out and started clapping. I said, "Is that Blade? Is that Blade?" I said, "Wesley Snipes, and let's go! It's about time."
You done pissed me off.
No, he went there.
No, because I was like, "Oh shit!" And everybody was clapping, but the one black man like, "Is that Blade?" You know that's Blade.
Gotta be Blade. That's gotta be. I'm like, yes. I said, we are. What
did Jim Ross say when Kane debuted?
That's gotta be Kane. That's gotta be Kane. That was me.
That's gotta be Blade.
That's gotta be Blade. That's gotta be Blade.
Oh man,
when he hit that corner, whoo, I said, man, made me almost forget that Triple H was in that crappy Blade Trinity.
I will say, I told Bibbs this. I'm gonna tell you this, Shawn. The morning of Friday, I got on Twitter. Deadline Hollywood, the page, spoiled for me that Elektra and the third person that was revealed was in this movie. I had no idea.
What?
I had no idea. So like going into it, I'm like, all right, I know these two in it. I had no idea about Blade though.
Oh wow! That at least you got to enjoy that.
If I would have been spoiled on Blade, bro, because when me and my girlfriend was walking out the theater, she was like, because she's just like a big Deadpool. She watches the MCU, but she loves Deadpool. That's why I took her to see it. So as we walking out of the theater, we talking, and she was like, I was wondering, like, is that Blade? But she was like, is Blade Marvel? And I told her the whole story about Marvel selling the rights and them making the Blade movie and how eventually that came to MCU. But I was like, shh, you're talking too loud. Like people walking past us going into the movie theater, and she was talking about Blade. I'm like, relax.
It was a Blade trailer. The line says a Blade trailer.
She didn't know Blade was a Marvel character either until to this movie.
A lot of people did.
So she said she was shocked to see him. And then the third one.
I mean,
Remelamo.
If I'm gonna tell you right now, if I didn't know this was happening, that would have got a bigger reaction out of me than Blade.
That got a big reaction out of me for sure.
Because
that was the other time that everybody clapped.
Simply because us seeing Blade is like us seeing Blade again.
Right.
This is like first time we got comic book accurate Gambit as far as like
the garb and everything.
And it's Channing Tatum getting his chance to do Gambit that he waited 15 fucking years. Like he was supposed to be an X-Men Last Stand. They cut him out the script. He was supposed to be an X-Men Origins Wolverine. They went and got Taylor Kitsch. He was supposed to be in a bunch of stuff. He was supposed to get his own movie. Poor guy.
But you know what made it funny?
That shit would have been awful.
You know what made it hilarious?
Why would it have been awful?
You hear how he was fucking talking?
He sounded like he was from the bayou.
Gambit don't talk like that.
He had a thick French accent, and he, like I said, he acted like he was cooking gumbo. It was crazy.
Gambit has an accent. That nigga was talking a different language.
Exactly. That's how he talk.
He was about Rochambeau. I was like, what?
Now, granted, it was played for jokes on purpose because when they was making the movie, people was like, I don't know if he can do the accent. Like,
exactly.
And it for jokes.
Exactly.
But it's in my head, I'm like,
Deadpool,
bro, my girl was like,
Deadpool was cooking him.
Why he talking like that? I'm like, look,
Deadpool,
everything Gambit, you can understand everything Gambit's saying. I don't know what that nigga was saying. When
Deadpool was like, is he even speaking English? Like, what is he saying?
Deadpool said, who was your dialect coach?
When he asked him, he said, he's speaking. What language is he speaking?
They called me the Gambit. And he said, I'm sorry, I haven't watched Sling Blade in a while. Run that by me again. He said, they called me the Gambit. He said, are you sure they call you that? Or did you just really want them to call you that? And they never did.
Once he said, well, I don't know what we're going to do. I like, why is he talking like that man that be slamming the butter on the slab in them
TikToks.
When Blade came in and he said, "Oh, I wasn't expecting to see you here. I thought you were retired." He said, "Retarded." Like, can you say that in a Marvel film?
He say, "Hold on, don't get us canceled," like something like that.
He said, "Hey, I don't want to get canceled."
Blade said, "I don't like you," and Deadpool said, "You never did." And like
that was a reference to them. They had problems behind the scenes.
Yeah, during Blade Trinity.
Yeah.
So that was another reason it was surprising to even see him do this.
But the beautiful part was Comic-Con when basically they just talked about how they buried the hatchet and how he basically just said, "Hey, I really need you in this." And I thought that was beautiful because, and for everybody who be talking about my boy Nino Brown, he doing all right. He chilling. All right. You saw him. He was up there doing all the Blade stuff. He good.
He paying his taxes.
There it is. As long as he take care of them.
What y'all want him to do?
Yeah. He was acting like, man, someone's really wrong with my boy, man.
Where it was like, yeah, and Daredevil, he was like, "Oh my God, Daredevil, I'm so sorry." She was like, "It's not a big deal." The fact that they used to be married and it didn't work out and they met on the set of Daredevil, she's just like, "I don't care."
So back to Channing Tatum real quick. Yes, they had to make the joke because people say he can't do the accent, but he did it too well. On one level, I accepted it. Yes, that is how when people talk. I'm telling you,
man.
Gambit don't talk like that.
Look, all Channing Tatum made me want was like some gumbo and some gator and some hush puppies. That's how he was talking. He made me hungry. I thought it was gonna be
we can't hold a conversation
outside of the movie theater.
We can't hold a conversation, but I respect you in the kitchen. That's how he sounded.
He said, "Who was your dialect coach? I feel like I'm missing serious exposition here." Me too.
I understood everything he said.
No, hell no, you did not.
No, he said, "Oh shit." When he said, "Oh shit," I said, "Yeah, this is crazy."
That's what I understood.
But look, let me 100%. This is the end. That's how I'm gonna let it go after this. He did the accent very well. Again, between people from down there and people from Boston with them thick Boston accents, if you're not locked in, you will not understand a word them people are saying. It does not sound like English at all.
It's kind of like when I went to see the Bob Marley movie, and halfway through, I was like, I need subtitles.
And I love that movie, and that was actually on point.
So he could not do that for a whole movie. Nobody is watching that except people from down there. I accept that. But the look, the action, the fights, fire.
Perfect. Yep.
And shout out to
And the other thing that I understood, he said, once I throw those cards, I make her go boom. and that was it.
He said, "I don't know where I came from. I feel like I was born here," alluding to the fact that he's the only one that never had a fucking movie. And he kept mentioning that. Like,
he looked depressed when he walked in. Like, I guess I'm doing this. This is the only time I'm gonna get to
like, imagine if I didn't get spoiled and I see Blade and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's Blade. Like, it can't get bigger than Blade." And then the card comes in and I'm like, "Card? What the
core player
Gambit?" And I'm like,
player from Louisiana.
Did Wolverine didn't have a big enough reaction to a Gambit walking in like that though.
It wasn't his Gambit.
But still, like, to see
who is that?
Version,
at this point, he knows the multiverse exists. He probably don't get it.
I don't know. I feel like him seeing one of his homies like that would have threw him off like for a second. But I get it. Too much time, too much movie. All right. Before we meet these people, we meet Chris Evans. And I'm saying Chris Evans specifically for a reason, because they hit us with the okie doke. Now, some of us might have recently watched the movie and been thinking about it already, but others of us
was hilarious. Because I knew what was happening, and everybody was like, "Ooh!" I said, "You must be dog dumb if you think that's Captain America."
So I'm gonna be honest, Bibbs. Even if I didn't watch clips from the movie earlier that day, I would have known that wasn't Captain America.
I felt like they were doing something weird, but for some reason it just didn't strike me because again, Deadpool was setting it up. Like he mentions Captain America multiple times before we get there.
He mentioned the Avengers as well.
He mentioned trying to be an Avenger. He mentioned Captain America. So when Chris Evans popped up, and that morning I had seen an article where somebody said they asked Chris Evans if he would ever come back to the MCU, and he said I haven't really thought about it or something like that. So I was like, or come back as Captain America, and he said I haven't really thought about it or something like that. So that was all planted in my head. So I was like, did they really put Captain America in the movie? And so Deadpool was saying that or whatever, and then when he flames on, I was like, oh shit.
Once he started saying stuff like Dick for brains or something, I said that's not Captain.
I thought it was going to be an alternate universe.
Also, he looked smaller. I don't know if you couldn't really. Some people couldn't notice because all the stuff he
was covered up.
Yeah, he looks skinnier.
Okay.
But also, when he flamed on, I'm like, oh shit, Human Torch, and then I'm realizing he's going up against Pyro, and it's like, oh yeah, you can't do shit.
That was upsetting. I gotta be honest. Like we get to see the Human Torch, and then we just see him be ineffective against who he's fighting.
It's very realistic though. Pyro, he doesn't create fire, but he manipulates fire.
Right.
If someone made a fire in front of him.
No, you did. You didn't do it. You didn't do it right. You didn't do it right.
And then the magnet.
No. Deadpool was standing next to Chris Evans. He looked up. He said he's gonna say it. He's gonna say the line. He said, "Avengers Assemble." He said, "Flame on." He said, "What?"
No, when Pyro knocked Human Torch out of the sky, and Wolverine said, "We don't know that guy."
He said, "I thought it was gonna be somebody else."
Oh, but then when they turned the magnet on, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And he just got kind of pinned against the magnet. I was like, dang, they really just neutralized these two dudes with these characters.
Since when the fucking Sabretooth just died?
Sabretooth got bodied. That was, how did you feel about that? Because I personally don't care.
I wanted to see the actual fight.
I wonder why we didn't. I'm wondering if they're not saving that for.
I doubt it.
They might be saving that for the real deal X-Men later.
But yeah, I don't think Hugh Jackman's gonna be in it.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
They
brought Toad back.
All right, so we mentioned Toad now. That's another one. How you feel about that? I realized it was the actual actor too.
Yeah.
For most of these people, they brought back the last actor that played him.
Pyro, Toad, Sabretooth from the first X-Men, not
Reese. Yeah, it was Sabretooth. But I had the one guy I was like, is that who's that who I think it is? Was that supposed to be Sailor? From the Punisher movie?
Which one?
Dude with the striped shirt.
It was the Russian.
It was the Russian. Yeah, was that supposed to be
from the Punisher? Yeah. That was
the Russian from the Punisher.
Yeah.
It was.
Kevin Nash ain't doing nothing. Why wasn't it him?
Kevin Nash ain't doing nothing, bro.
Who killed WCW? I saw it. I mean, you definitely wasn't doing nothing, bro. He was say, but now Reese, did you see it though? Did you see the 4-part?
I haven't watched it yet. No,
dog. He just sitting up there looking smug, talking about I still got some of that WCW money. I'm like, bro, you could have did that little cameo in Deadpool Wolverine.
I'm gonna see something real quick.
He wasn't the only one. They are we just gonna go down cameos now?
We can. I got the whole list, so we won't miss any. Let me double check to make sure it wasn't him. Let me double check and make sure it wasn't him. The Russian is a minor villain in 2004 as the Punisher and is played by wrestler Kevin Nash. He's recognizable by his blue and red striped shirt and can be seen in the Void Battle. They're not saying it's not him. They established who it might have been him. I don't know how much you saw him.
It wasn't Kevin Nash, but
that was a thick white dude, man.
Yeah. Kevin Nash
it wasn't Kevin Nash. Tall, that's what I'm saying. That was like a little stocky little. He almost like Otis, bro.
And I'm looking, but they just mentioned that he was played by Kevin Nash. I don't know. They haven't established, and he's not on the cast list, but they don't list everybody at all.
They show Psylocke, who was not
Psylocke was in there.
Olivia Munn.
Right.
The reason they kept bringing.
Let's see who else you got. I got confused. I thought they did Mephisto. They did not.
That was Azrael.
Yeah.
From First Class.
Yes.
Juggernaut from X-Men Last Stand.
Yep.
That was funny. He was like, "Oh, you're the Juggernaut of the week." It's only been 2 fucking Juggernauts.
It was too funny.
It's only been 2.
Now I could mention
the one from Deadpool.
The part that just made
the one from Deadpool and X-Men 3.
Okay. Yeah.
So now I can bring up that part.
What else you got?
X-23 took out Juggernaut's ankles a little too easily for me.
It's never been that easy.
It's never been that easy.
If it was that easy, all you needed was Wolverine to fight Juggernaut.
I mean, I remember a comic book where Wolverine got his helmet off pretty easy, but yeah, cutting his ankles off was crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
And his head. Like she made that look real easy. I don't know how strong she's supposed to be though.
Okay, let me.
Do you need help? Do I need to start naming people?
I was surprised at how much older she looks.
Me too.
Because I forget.
How old am I?
X-23. Daphne King, the actor.
Right.
I forget that she was 12.
Right before puberty took over?
She was 12, so it was like she looked like a baby.
Right.
Now she's like 19, 20 years old. She looks like a woman.
That's a safe way to do that. We can keep it moving.
You grew it up, X-23. You grew it up.
We can keep it moving. She still looked like herself, which was dope though.
She still like
that's why I said like she still looks.
You recognize her.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them kids transform, they don't look like they did before the transformation, but she still had the same face.
She's also a British Latina. Shit's crazy.
I mean, they got everything everywhere.
You're right. She got a British accent. Then I saw a video of her on Instagram talking fluent Spanish, and I'm like, why the accent don't come out in Spanish? Whatever.
Who else y'all got?
I know I'm missing some.
There was one I forgot occurred. The Hulk.
The Hulk, yes. Happy Hogan.
Yep, Happy. Did I list him? Oh yeah, he's up there. I mentioned Jon Favreau earlier, so
yeah.
That might be it.
Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah. Lady Deathstrike was
Lady
in this?
Mm-hmm. Yep. When? She was in a big fight at the junkyard.
I missed it, man.
Let me see. Hold up. Let me see if I can go back. I got the list. Let me see if they mention it here.
But the Jon Favreau
mentioned Psylocke already. All right, Lady Deathstrike. In X2, Kelly Hu played Lady Deathstrike, who has long adamantium nails similar to Wolverine. The assassin reappears as a member of Cassandra Nova's gang. Yeah, so she's part of the squad. B-15.
Yes, B-15. When I saw B-15, I was like, oh yeah, Bibbs is going to love this.
That's my girl, Wami Musaka.
I ain't give a fuck about saying B-15. Though,
she got something else coming out.
I'd have rather seen Mobius or some shit. But
Callisto.
Who?
Callisto.
Who?
Hold on. I'm going to pull them up real quick. We already mentioned Azazel or Asriel. If I can get this thing.
Calypso?
Callisto is how they have it spelled.
Callisto. For the wrestler mind out there, I was like, that's a wrestler.
I'm thinking about who is Callisto.
It was the super fast member of Magneto's Brotherhood of Mutants in X-Men. The Last Stand, played by Dania Ramirez, who was killed.
Oh, man. Fuck that movie, man. I remember no brother. Only, man, don't even get me started on that movie, man. I don't remember none of them people he was linking up with that he met in that dingy-ass church. I don't remember none of them people, bro. They made Spike a white man fighting Wolverine in the Force in that movie. That movie never gets my respect. But guess what? It's better than Dark Phoenix, goddammit.
One of the henchmen as well. Negasonic Teenage Warhead is in the universe briefly. Yukio, obviously. I think y'all mentioned Colossus earlier.
I feel like those not cameos, though.
Yeah,
Shatterstar. I'm just naming characters that appeared in the movie.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Shatterstar is there. Blob is there. There were a ton of Deadpool variants. Some of the more notable ones, Lady Deadpool played by Blake Lively. Inez Reynolds, one of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's kids, was Kidpool. Their son or their daughter James was the Screaming Mutant. That's how she's listed in the cast list. And then one of them, the other one, the youngest daughter, is listed as Hugh Jackman's Wrangler or something like that. So I guess she was messing with him on the set all the time.
Okay.
The
So
cowboy Deadpool. Do you know who voiced him?
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew. That's fucking crazy.
That was a
but now that makes the kid pool joke even funnier when he was asking about that kid's parents.
Oh yeah, that is funny.
I'm mad I didn't know going in, but like finding that out afterward, yeah, it definitely enhanced that joke. Nathan Fillion was Headpool.
Yes.
As well, for fans of the Rookie. Let's see. I think that's all of them. That's it. All the ones I cared to mention.
It wasn't a whole. Okay, I'm lying. There were a bunch of cameos in here, but
it's like 20 characters.
They were done correctly.
Right.
Unlike Multiverse of Madness, where they gave us Reed Richards and then turned him into fucking shredded Parmesan cheese.
And now he magically is becoming what's his name? What's that brother that they literally put in everything now?
He's the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, it's Pedro Pascal.
Oh, I thought you meant. I thought you meant.
They made John Krasinski.
John Krasinski was the Mandalorian. I was like, what happened to Pedro? Like, what was going on?
I said, now he's gonna pop up as the Mandalorian.
That's all the cameos. So that covers that. Anything we didn't hit before we get into rating this movie?
I think chemistry between Deadpool and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds was great, which makes sense because they were like friends. But it really
and then it came out at the end for sure when they had to literally destroy the machine.
Say that again.
When they had to destroy the machine, you really saw, for everybody wondering how is this gonna work, and I said, yeah, Logan finally realized, you know what? I've been giving this guy a hard time, but he's definitely gonna need my help for this.
Wolverine putting on his mask for the first time.
Yes, Wolverine putting on the mask was dope.
I don't know how people gonna feel about this, but I'm gonna say it. Shit look goofy as fuck. I'm glad they did it this one time.
He took it right off.
It looked goofy briefly, but at some points it looked like it made
when he first put it on. I was like, all right.
It was clean. Yeah.
Clean. Let me tell you, Shawn, this is how bad. I told Bibbs this. This is how bad the theater I was in was. They didn't pop for Gambit. And they didn't pop when Wolverine put the fucking mask on.
We all oohed and awed in mine, bro.
I was the only one.
They were clapping, dog.
No one clapped.
I think some people in my theater reacted, but they weren't the people near me. I told Reese I had an old couple to my left and a family with like 2-3 kids to my right.
Like you make me want to get like 40, 50 black people. We all go see it again. And then like fly out Reese to Dallas. I'm like, come on, y'all, so this man can get a real theater experience.
But when he first put the mask on, it looked cool. But like in the movie, like at the end of that scene where they done fighting all the Deadpools, it's like somewhere in this area, in the eyes area, it just looks weird.
The fact that his mask was reactive was the only thing I liked.
It was a cool one-time thing. I don't need to see it again.
Remember, he took it right off, especially like he never put it back on.
He kept it on for a while.
No, remember, who did he throw it to? Oh, that one guy who was, I think, in love with Deadpool.
He kept it on until after they came out of that machine.
He like snapped. The thing that made me laugh was how everybody was just looking at Hugh Jackman when he walked out of the thing. Made me laugh because the women, and then they showed that one guy who wanted Deadpool to fall right into his lap.
Oh yes, when he said,
the
he
TV.
Said, "Who are you calling? Your wife?" No, I'm calling HR. Does your wife work at HR?
So he's staring at me. He's looking at me.
The part I was referring to when I said I like the timing in this, was at the end where like they catch Mr. Paradox in the line. B-15 is there, and they're doing all the talking, and it just gets quiet, and he says, "What the fuck is even going on right now?"
Shout out to Matthew Macfadyen. If you haven't watched Succession, He played a character that fit very close to his Succession character in this movie.
Oh, then I
It's
won't like him in Succession.
basically a Weasley executive type. Succession is
without this character.
Say what?
I could have done without this character.
Yeah, it doesn't do much in this show or in this movie, but in Succession is basically like it's making fun of the corporate world. Like these are the dumbasses that run a lot of these companies. Like people at this level of their regular lives, they're not as great as they seem when they do one appearance in the press and whatnot. Let's get these reviews out of the way before we close this out. I'm going to use my grading scale. Unless you want to do it differently, let me know. But if not, we're going to do my grading scale. 5 categories. I need a rating 1 through 5 from everybody. Number 1, did they set out or did they accomplish what they set out to do on a scale of 1 through 5? I just put my rating in. Anybody jump in?
3.
Okay. Shad?
You muted.
4. They just want to debate. This is basically just them, like I said at the beginning, laying the rest of 20th Century Fox characters and bringing them to the MCU. So they did that wonderfully to me. Like I said, the 1 is because, yeah, there's a lot more that could have been done, but Ryan Reynolds always delivers on these Deadpool movies, so I enjoyed it.
I gave it a 4 as well, and the one I took off was same thing. I think, well, similar thing. I think they did a great job of closing out the Fox chapter, but the MCU tie-in piece did not hit quite as well as I wanted it to, so I had to take off a point for that and give it a 4.
I personally didn't even need the MCU tie-in stuff. I wasn't really looking for that, but all of the some of the jokes didn't land for me, and the constant taking a jab at the MCU thing got old after a while.
Okay.
After the jokes, I see they tried to inject some heart into it, and the only times it really hit for me was in scenes with Hugh Jackman, really acting. Outside of that, it didn't hit for me. I didn't care for either of the villains, Cassandra Nova or Mr. Paradox. But yeah, it was cool. It's a good movie. Out of 10, I gave it a 7.
Okay, we're gonna find out where you come out on this scale. Overall entertainment value is the second category. That can be recommendability or rewatchability, depending on how you feel about the movie. Anybody jump in 1 to 5. Overall entertainment value. I think I'm sticking with a 4 on this one as well.
I'm gonna stick with a 4 basically because I am gonna have to see it again because my brother hasn't seen it. So I wouldn't be volunteering myself to go see it again if I didn't think I would enjoy it again.
I'm gonna give it a 3 because I really have no desire to go to the theater to see it again.
Damn. And you wouldn't recommend it?
I would recommend it.
Okay. No desire.
You just wouldn't walk back in there.
I don't know how often I would revisit it.
Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah, when this goes to streaming, it's probably gonna have to be. It's gonna be a background movie for sure.
All right. Emotional connection to the story. That could be this is something that it can go a lot of different ways depending on the movie. If it's a drama, you want something that's going to make you feel something, whether it almost brings you to tears or whatever. But for a comedy, for me, emotional connection, do I care about these characters? Did it do things that made me feel things? So cameos could go a long way towards that. But what was your emotional connection to this movie overall? Scale of 1 to 5.
3.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Reese is it's 3 out of 5. I was okay. I'm okay. But for me, I'm always gonna have a soft spot for Wade. I've always loved the Deadpool story. My best friend still laughs. He says, "I don't see why your folks let you read Deadpool as a kid. That was not a kid comic." I was like, "Hey, it entertained me. I don't know how I understood the jokes, but I did. So I'm always gonna have a soft spot for Wade. So it's another 4 for sure.
4.
Logan and Logan's story. This is the first one that wasn't that depressing. I mean, outside of him being a straight hater in the original cartoon, that's the reason. Like Wolverine was dope, but it was always like, man, he a straight hater. He wanted to be Cyclops so bad. He wanted his girl. He wanted to be the leader. It was a lot, but this is like the first time I didn't have to feel bad for Logan. Like he got his redemption arc, which was pretty cool.
I'm actually going with a 2. I did not watch any of those Fox movies, so I did not have any real connection to any of the X-Men, Wolverine stuff. I watched Logan, but that was it. I did enjoy the cameos. I enjoyed
any of the X-Men films.
No, intentionally. Mm-hmm. I intentionally did not watch any of those movies.
Oh, okay.
I think the only X-Men movie I've ever seen is the one with Halle Berry.
There's 3 of them with Halle Berry.
I'm about to say there's 3 of them.
The last X-Men movie I saw.
So X3.
So the last one with Halle Berry.
Wait, are you talking about Days of Future Past? Because she was in that too. So
she was in Days of Future Past.
Okay, so you didn't.
The original, the OG.
That's what I'm saying. X3. You talking about X3?
The OG Halle Berry.
So X-Men Last Stand is the last one you saw. It's the only one you saw.
I guess.
If that's the only one you saw, I see why you ain't watched the other ones. But go ahead, continue.
No, I love the X-Men in the comic books, but I did not. I couldn't tap in for the movies. I wasn't feeling a lot of the casting. So yeah, I didn't have that emotional connection in that way, and I don't know. It's not going to be something that I return to for nostalgia or anything like that. X Factor. Did this movie do something special? Did this movie do something other movies didn't do? Whether you got a great performance out of somebody, you got some amazing action that you never seen, like John Wick on an X Factor, that's a 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? The original John Wick came out the gate swinging. Did this movie do anything special that you got to give it on a scale of 1 to 5? Is there an X Factor here, and what is it?
So 1.
Dang. Okay. Well, for me, a 3. I mean, it was pretty much cut and paste like performances from like Deadpool and everybody else. I mean, you knew it. And my main man, what's his homeboy name? I can't think of it right now.
Peter.
Everybody was happy to see Peter. So yeah.
I wasn't happy to see Peter.
I was happy to see Peter.
I wasn't happy to see Peter.
Because X-Force, I got a sick sense of humor. So X-Force was funny to me. It was funny.
All right, so you gave it a 3. I'm gonna go 2 here as well. I think there was some cool stuff done with the action and the idea of pulling in these characters that nobody expected to see. I thought that was fun as well. So I'll give it a 2 on the X Factor. And the final thing is basically a story. Did the story captivate you? Did it keep you on your toes? Keep you waiting to see what was going to happen next? This movie, 1 to 5.
Repeat that.
So it's the way I have it written is, did it keep you on your toes or keep you guessing? It's really like how locked in like were you? How captivated were you watching this movie, waiting for the next thing to happen?
4.
Okay, that's interesting.
With the cameos and the fact that it's Deadpool, and I know they're gonna bring people in. I was kind of on my toes for the majority of the film, not necessarily for the plot, but just the fact that Deadpool is an unpredictable character, and now you throw Wolverine into the mix and you throw these cameos into the mix, anything can happen. So I would say a 4.
Okay, Shad?
Definitely a 5 out of 5. Again, when I saw Wesley hit that corner, man, I said, "Oh, this is amazing."
You sound but like also Peterson when he said, "When I seen him throw that ball."
But no, but yeah, I mean, I already knew. I said, you know what? Thank God this won't be another Marvel Studios TV show that I got to sit here and watch on Disney Plus. I know this is gonna wrap up. Thank God.
Man, I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say a 4. No, I gotta drop it to a 3. Like I said, the beginning kind of dragged for me a little bit, and so because of that, I gotta bring it down. And so that means for me, this movie is a 3. out of 5. For Reese, it's a 2.8. And for Shad, it's a 4 out of 5. 3.8 or 2.8 translates to a 5.6 out of 10 for Reese, even though he said 7 on his personal scale. So that's interesting.
So on my personal scale, it would equate to
5.6.
A 5.6.
Yep.
Well, I don't do decimals in my shit.
So
that rounds up to a 6.
Yeah. All right.
Mine remained the same.
I'm not mad at it. It's kind of all over the place for Shad. It makes sense. The additional feeling from the nostalgia factor for me and Reese, kind of MCU people care about the future of these movies, but also gotta keep it real on the quality of the movie at the same time. 3 out of 5 is a good movie to me, but it's not something I'm trying to like scream its praises from the mountaintops. I enjoyed it.
Also, another reason I kept bringing up them like basically laying to rest the Fox franchise was I loved how they paid homage and they showed all the behind the scenes stuff of all the past movies.
Yeah.
Like they even brought up when Michael B. Jordan was Human Torch at one point.
Yeah.
And how he is now known as Killmonger in the MCU. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds, that's the reason that I always sing his praises for Deadpool, because of how he wraps things up. Like he was like, okay, yeah, we're coming into the Marvel cinematic universe, but also I have to acknowledge that I wouldn't even be here without my failed attempts, because you are a horrible Green Lantern.
No comment.
And so his failed attempts to be in the comic book world, and he finally found his niche with Deadpool. So he always tries to show respect to like his beginnings in like the comic book lore, which I totally respect.
Yep, no, for sure. We are late for another podcast we're supposed to be on. The last thing I was going to say, because I did just see a tweet about it, it was interesting that they didn't even reference Domino and Cable in this movie. They really didn't reference much from the last Deadpool movie, besides, like you said, X-Force. So that was interesting. I don't know what that means at all, if it means anything, but whatever.
Shawn, Cable was in this, so they could have made the Thanos joke.
Say what?
I was hoping Cable was in this, so they could have made the Thanos joke.
What were you gonna say, Shad?
I said, I guess Zazie Beetz was busy.
She probably was busy, and I know I don't know. I mean, I guess there's plenty of reasons not to bring Cable, although he could have been used as a time device. We didn't need that. Yeah, let's close this out. We got another podcast. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I'll let y'all know when this is posted. I'll make sure y'all tagged and all that. But thanks again, folks, for tapping in for another edition of the Have You Seen podcast.
Hold on. I got one last thing to say. I got one last thing that we can close this out.
Good.
I'm going to tell y'all this now. The reason I said what I said at the beginning, because now I can say it. If you're mad about Robert Downey Jr. coming back, that has nothing to do with Jonathan Majors. Cry me a river. Dog, read some comic books. Stop crying. It's going to happen. It's 2 movies, y'all. It's 2 movies. Golly. When Kane comes back as somebody else, then you're going to forget what you was complaining about. I'm sick of the internet.
I wish you had like a drop the mic sound.
I really wish I did too.
Let me see if I smack mine, if that does something.
No.
Nothing.
Right. What'd that do?
Okay, nothing. All right, folks. I'm gonna let y'all go. I was gonna say let y'all go, but then I realized me and Reese about to hop on another pod. I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna hop on this pod. I think it's live, ain't it? So I hope he ain't waiting on us and trying to kill time. But appreciate y'all coming on. I have no idea what I'm gonna do next. They sent me the ODB documentary, so I gotta watch that. So I'll figure out.
Send that my way.
Is it Trap next week?
Trap comes out this week.
Damn. All right, Trap. It is Trap.
Biv, send that ODB doc my way. Send that my way.
I'm gonna see Trap. I'm gonna see
I'm
Trap. No
as a Wu-Tang connoisseur, I need that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time, folks. Peace.
Peace. Oh my God.